Good morning student. Today we are going to study about combustion and flame. Today we will study about fire control. This is the second session of this chapter. Now topic is controlling fire by using water. Water is the most common fire extinguisher. It can be used only when material like wood, paper, etc. are on fire. Water cannot be used if electrical equipment are on fire because water conduct electricity and can harm those trying to put out the fire. Water cannot be used to put out oil and petrol fire because they float on water and continue to burn. Now we can study about types of combustion. There are the three main types of combustion is there. First one is the rapid combustion, second one is the spontaneous combustion, third one is explosion. Rapid combustion means it is a combustion in which a substance burns rapidly and produce heat and light with the help of external heat. For example, burning of LPG. Next one is spontaneous combustion. It is the combustion in which a substance burns spontaneously and produce heat and light without the help of external heat. For example, phosphorus burns spontaneously at room temperature. Next one is explosion. It is a combustion in which substance burns sternly and produce heat, light and sound with the help of heat or pressure. For example, explosion of cracker on applying heat or pressure. Now other different type of combustion is also there, that is the slow combustion. The type of combustion which takes place at a slow rate at low temperature is called slow combustion. For example, respiration and rusting of iron. We will take the another example also there, that is burning of cow dung cake. The next topic is flame. Flame may be defined as the region over which gases burn. When you burn a piece of paper or a wax candle, a flame is produced. Substances which vaporize during burning produce flames, for example kerosene, wax, etc. Substances which do not vaporize during burning do not produce flames, for example coal, charcoal, etc. The next topic is structure of a candle flame. A candle flame has three main zones. They are outer zone, middle zone, inner zone. In the outer zone, complete combustion of the fuel takes place and the color of the flame is blue. It is the hottest part of the flame. It is also called non-luminous part of the flame. Next one is in the middle zone. Partial combustion of the fuel takes place and the color of the flame is yellow. It is moderate hot part of the flame. It is the luminous part of the flame. Next one is in the inner zone. There are unburnt vapors of the fuel and the color of the flame is black and it is least hot part. The next topic is calorific value of a fuel. Calorific value of a fuel means the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel. The calorific value of a fuel is expressed in kilojoule per kilogram. You can see in the diagram they are the different calorific value of the some fuels in kilojoule per kilogram. Hydrogen has the highest calorific value among all the fuels. Now next topic is characteristic of a good fuel. The main characteristic of a good fuel are it is readily available, cheap, easy to store and transport, burns at a moderate rate, produce a large amount of heat, does not leave behind any undesirable substances, does not cause pollution. These are the main characteristics of a good fuel. Now next topic is burning of fuels leads to harmful products. For example, carbon fuel like wood, coal, petroleum release unburnt carbon particles. These fine particles are dangerous pollutant causing respiratory disease like asthma. Next one is incomplete combustion of these fuels gives carbon monoxide gas. It is a very poisonous gas. It is dangerous to burn coal in a closed room. This gas produced can kill persons sleeping in that room. The next point, burning of most fuels release carbon dioxide gas which causes rise in the temperature of the atmosphere. This is called global warming. It causes melting of polar ice, rise in sea level, and flooding of coastal area. Next point, burning of coal and petroleum release oxides of sulfur and nitrogen which dissolve in rainwater, forms acid rain. It is harmful for crops, soil and damages building. Thank you to all my students. Revise your chapter carefully.